Hey, Carly Pass here. I just wanted to make a video to tell you guys about my very first month with Younique, what that looked like, what I was doing, how I launched my business, which I truly think is what gave me the momentum that I needed to have a fast start, and then it kind of rolled over. So in my first 10 days, I hit yellow. In my first full month, I hit pink and fast start, and then every consecutive month after that, I promoted to the next color until I was at purple for about 7 or 8 months. So just to give you some background, when I joined, was in the middle of being a hostess with Micah Jenkins, who's my sponsor. I was hosting a party for her, and my friends were loving it. They were excited. They were buying. So I decided to go ahead and join. And the last couple of days of the party, we didn't even tell everybody that I joined. We just swapped out the links and finished out the party. Now, when that was over, I was ready to launch my business. I was ready to go. I was excited. So here's what I did. I made a list of 5 people who I knew wouldn't tell me no. You know those people. Like, it was my mom, my best friend, my sister, and 2 other people. I wrote those 5 down, and then I wrote down the list of everyone that ordered in that party that I just had. You should always have a list of your customers anyways for follow-up. That's where the fortune is. So I made a list of those people. And then I made a list of 10 people who came to mind, whether they loved makeup or wanted to work from home, or I just knew that they were a great fit for this kind of business. So I had 2 separate lists of about 10 people. I first messaged those 5 people who I knew wouldn't tell me no. And I told them, hey, so-and-so, my mom already knew, but hey, so-and-so, I just joined this amazing company because I love this mascara and I want to launch my business and I would love your support. It doesn't mean you have to buy from me, but can we host a party? Would you host a party for me? It just takes a couple minutes of your day. It doesn't cost you a thing. I would love your support. All those people said yes because I was strategic in who I chose, because I'm just going to put it out there and I'm going to be honest, your close friends and family are not going to, they're not going to get you super far. They might buy from you at the beginning, or they might be totally unsupportive, or a mixture of both. It's totally normal. So if you have unsupportive family and friends, it doesn't even matter. The quicker you can get out of that immediate circle, the better, I promise you. So I had those 5 parties, and then I messaged the girls who ordered in the party from Micah when they got their product and asked them to host a party too. So I had 5 parties right away. I was very, very consistent in my parties. I posted 3 to 5 times a day, selfies, videos, pictures. We didn't have a ton of products back then. It was only a year and a half ago. Our main focus was mascara. So I was posting selfies, videos, pictures. My hostess, if she had the mascara, was posting pictures and selfies. I was very, very, very consistent. So I made a goal in each of those parties to make 10 new Facebook friends and find 2 new hostesses. So when people were participating in the party, when they were commenting and asking questions, I would take it to a private message and start building a relationship with them, getting to know them. How can I help you? What questions do you have? You find common things to talk about, and then you become friends, and they trust you. Whether they buy from you or not, they're now your friend. So I made about 10 friends per party. That's 50 new people in my network, and I had a very small network. It's still pretty small. It's a constant thing for me to build my network. So I made about 50 friends in those first 5 parties. I kept a very, very strict list of all my customers when they were getting their product. I was following up with them, as you should always be doing, and then offering them to have a party. So in those first 5 parties, I made yellow. I made 50 friends. In each party, some of them did like really, really well in sales, and some of them barely did anything, like a mascara or 2, and that's normal. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, it's normal. Some parties are amazing. Some parties don't, and you don't know. Maybe that group of friends just was in a Younique party for some, a different mutual friend a week ago and already bought all the products. You have no idea what the network is like. Even I've seen girls who have hosted a party for me and had no sales, and then they joined and their launch party was huge. You just never know what the network is like, so don't take it personal. Do not become attached to how the party turns out. I like to gauge whether it was successful or not on, did I meet new people? And did I get new parties out of it? That kind of thing, okay? So don't become attached. But in those first 5 parties, I hit yellow, and I had sponsored a few new presenters, because you're following up with every customer, and a lot of times your hostess becomes a presenter. So in the first couple of days of the party, especially if they're getting a lot of interest right away, I'll message them and I'll say, okay, Ashley, this is your last chance. Like, are you sure? Have you ever thought about joining this with me? You could be making this money off of your friends instead of me. We can switch the party into your link. Let me know. 90% of the time they tell you no. And then the rest of the party, they're like, oh, she is making money off my friends. This is easier. This is fun. And then after the party, you re-engage with that. And maybe they'll join, or maybe they don't, but you got the wheels turning, okay? So I had hit yellow, I had a few new presenters, I had 50 new Facebook friends, and then in every single party, I also offer for new parties. I ask for new parties. So if you don't have to give stuff away, but I, at the beginning, was making a ton of pigment samples, and I was offering pigment samples for people to book a party. And I would tell them if their party hit $200, I would send them, the hostess, a lip gloss or something. Now, you don't have to do any of that. I'm just telling you exactly what I did. So I was able to get about 2 parties per party. I hope that gives you some perspective. I don't want you to gauge your parties off of how many sales they have, because it doesn't really matter. If you're making new contacts, new relationships, you're in the business of relationships. That is the number one most important part. You want to be genuine. When you have customers, you want to follow up and give them the most amazing customer service. And then you're offering parties and the opportunity. Always, always, always. So then I had that list of 10 people. Some of them were friends and some of them were not. That I thought would be great at the opportunity. And guess what? I think 2 of them ignored me. Most of them asked for new information. And guess how many of them joined? 1. But that's okay, because over a year, so 3 of them who told me, no, I'm interested, but not right now, they held parties for me. And I won't call out their names, but every single one of them is a presenter now. Most of them watched me for a year before they decided to do it, before they decided this was for them. But I planted that seed over a year ago. And then it takes time. It all takes time. This is not meant to be a get-rich-quick scheme, an overnight success kind of thing. It does take effort every day, but it will pay off. It will pay off so big. So message 5 people that won't tell you no, and ask them for their support. Don't ask them to buy from you. Just ask them to host a party. That's it. It doesn't cost a thing. Don't be afraid to share the opportunity, because you have to think of it in a different perspective. It's not all about money, but because of where I'm at, I would be so upset if no one shared this opportunity with me a year and a half ago and I didn't know about it. You have to have that mentality that you have like this gift, because you do, of a fun, a sisterhood, a work from home opportunity, a way to get free makeup, all that kind of stuff. Who wouldn't want to hear about that? Not everybody's going to join, but you have to just share it and become completely unattached to the response. People are going to tell you no, and it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. So that is it. So because I was able to get 2 parties out of every party, and it doesn't always work out that way. So that's just an average. Some parties I don't get any parties out of, and some parties I have several. Or some parties I'll get so many people who want to say they want to have a party, and then the hostess joins. So I'm like, man, I don't have any new parties. And then you just find some, and you just keep it moving. So this is already 10 minutes. That is what my first month looked like, and that's what it's looked like from then on out. I still party. I'm hearing some concerns that your super close friends and your family aren't supporting you, or maybe they're not completely on board. Here to tell you that it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Some of them are going to come around, and some of them are not, and that's okay. So you work on social media, which is really cool because you can get outside of your circle so fast, and you can meet 20 new people a day. Whereas if I were to just walk out in town, I'm shy and I won't talk to people. There's no way I would meet 20 new people in 20 different circles of friends. So that's it. Let me know if you have questions or what you got from this. The only other thing I'll say that I forgot to mention at the beginning, I made notes and then I didn't even look at them. The only other thing, when I joined, the kit was much different, but I suggest or recommend if you have local friends, most of us have friends that are local, have a very informal open house. Just have girls over for wine and tell them, I just got this amazing makeup and I want to show it to you. Don't make it like a big salesy party. Just have them over, show them the mascara and how it works, show them the cream shadow and the palette and everything that comes in the kit, and you have the catalog so you can answer questions and whatever. You don't have to have the whole line of products. You don't have to have a formal in-home party unless you want to. I'm all about home parties if you want to do them. But just have your friends over for an informal launch party and then ask about parties from those friends while you're there. So many ideas. Get out of your little circle. The faster you do that, the faster you're going to get regular parties and new presenters and a bigger network and start having fun. So thank you for listening. Those who made it past, it's 11 minutes and 45 seconds. Tell me your favorite pigment in the comments if you made it all the way through. Have a great day.